Oh, hi. Glad you could make it. I'll be with you in just one moment. I don't know why that was my intro to this live stream, but hey! Hey to the three people that are here. Awesome. Woo! Hey, everyone. Um, yeah, sorry about not doing a show last week. It's just post NCM, I was completely knackered, so I could not push myself to do a live stream. I needed to rest. But I'm back again, and about time too. And this time I'm in the mood. And yes, I just referenced DK64 because I've actually been playing through that game lately. As you can see, I did away with the drunk, and I've got my good pal here, my favorite Pokemon ever. We've got my Ampharos here. Always thought you'd be taller. But yeah, no, he's a good boy. Ampharos is a good boy. He won't disrupt the stream of rude comments. So I'm just going to check something about the chat. That all seems okay. Yeah. So I'm just being paranoid. It's YouTube always changing how things work. Anyway, so we're here. Woohoo! Back again. Yes. Hello. For some of you, depending on where your time zone region is, this is probably either a bit earlier or maybe a bit later. I'm not quite sure. Than my normal streams because the clocks have actually gone back over here in the UK. So yeah, the scheduling's a little bit messed up, but we will hopefully be synced up again soon. So yeah. So let's kick off lunch, shall we? As always with a banana. So, oh yeah. As well as bringing Bip in here, I've also got my my punk rock girl because with the amount I spent on, I think I need to include her in my streams now because I spent all that money on her. Oh. My stupid pride. This is quite literally lunch with KHF because I'm also having lunch at the same time. So I'm not the only one having a late lunch. Starting off with a suggested fruit. I always start off eating a banana. Why do my live streams always have to get turned back into things about sex? Why can't I have a nice, friendly live stream for once? I embrace my love for darkness. What more do you want from me? Those bananas are too easy. If you were there right at the start of the stream, you saw I was reading the compilation Inuyasha manga because I actually don't have a lot of experience with Inuyasha, and recently the manga was reprinted, and about 2 months ago, something like that, I had a very strange dream involving Inuyasha, even though I knew next to nothing about it. So I thought, hey, what the heck? Let's explore this franchise. The anime is extraordinarily hard to find at the moment, so I figured, well, if the manga's being reprinted, I might as well check that out. Once again, I got to meet Nolan North. That's cool. That's cool. I met him before. Yeah, no, Nolan North's really nice. He's a really cool guy. I got to meet Brian DeChart and Amelia Rose Blair from Detroit Become Human while I was there. If anybody saw my picture as CJ with those two were really lovely. Just getting that picture though was a nightmare, but that was nobody's fault. Their MCM system crashed because, of course, it did. But that's nobody's fault. These things happen. So also got to meet Tara Strong and Charles Martinet. So that was pretty awesome, though the queue to meet Tara Strong was ridiculously long because she's so popular, because she's done so many voice roles. But when I met Charles Martinet, actually, when I met him, you could tell this was a man who loves what he does. This is a man who loves voicing Mario. It's like he's so like into it. He's doing quotes for everybody. Yeah, he loves to, and like he appreciates when people show love for his other work, like Parthenax in Skyrim or Orvis in Ratchet and Clank. But he doesn't hold any ill will to the fact that Mario is what most people know him for, probably because it's made him the most money. But no, you can tell, like within seconds of meeting him, that this is a man who loves doing the voice of Mario. So, yeah. The one thing that did disgust me, and this isn't, I don't know if this is the guest's fault, if they had any, I'm lisping because I've still got banana in my mouth. That could be taken the wrong way. Anyway, Anyway, I ruined the stream already. Anyway, yeah, this was, I think, the con's fault, but I don't know if any of the guests had input on it because the price seemed to vary depending on who it was. But it was like at minimum, you could, when you were at a signing, pay £20 for a selfie, and I'm just like, no, I am not paying £20 to take a picture on my own phone. No, I I already paid my phone provider. I'm not paying 20. In some cases, £30 to take a picture on my own phone. And I think at Tara Strong's booth, it was like if you paid £50, she'd do a video message for you. I'm like, no, as much as I like, no, I'm not going to pay £50 to film something on my own phone. It's ridiculous the price they charge some of these things. But other than that, I had a good time. So it's a victory. I'm learning how to play the harmonica. I, I taught myself the victory fanfare from Final Fantasy. Oh, I do have fun. Yes, that's right, Emperors. I do have fun. See, I like you so much better than Ditto because you're not saying rude things or racial slurs at me. I've got a long way to go. Being as good as Matt from Digimon. Well, yeah, I've only just started playing, so. Since I know Dorothea is your Black Eagle waifu, who is your Blue Lion waifu? I've said several times on Twitter that it's Mercedes. I'm playing as a woman in my Blue Lions path, and Mercedes is my lesbian lover. And my I didn't offend anyone with that. Gold Deer, I don't know yet because I haven't started the Gold Deer path yet. Like my whole from the gaming market. Yeah, no, that was fun as well. I had that yesterday, the London gaming market. I had to do that one on a budget because doing Japan and then MCM one after the other has left me really skint. But I was able to do it though. I was able to get things I wanted and things I was interested in. So yeah, that was cool. If you saw that, the majority of things I got, the majority of games I got from that were Metal Gear games because I'm on kind of a Metal Gear high at the moment. Don't really know why I've picked now to get into that franchise, but I don't know, something about it. I just decided it was time. I've always been curious about that franchise. I've never really played it. I've played the first and the third one briefly, but I've never sat down with those games properly. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch these movies. I mean, play these games. Anybody has any experience with Metal Gear or a Kojima game in general? Yeah, it's more cutscenes than it is game. So Oh yeah, Metal Gear Solid is my favorite series. Glad to see you're finally watching slash playing them. Uh, yeah, never played Metal Gear games either. Can't believe it's less than 2 weeks before the new Pokemon game comes out. Actually, yeah, I was. There's a couple of games I do want to get at the moment, but I don't have a heck of a lot of money. Like I said, I had to do. Gaming market on the budget, but I decided, you know what I'm going to save my money for is Sword and Shield. So that's what I really want. But yeah, I've been enjoying the Metal Gear franchise so far. I've completed Solid on the PS1, and I got 2, 3, and special missions or VR missions, whatever you want to call it, from um, the gaming market. What I find hilarious about VR missions is that it's, in a weird way, it is actually canon because that is actually how Raiden was VR trained. I love that Kojima humor right there. Am I sure I want to buy the Metal Gear series, even though it's a property of Konami? Well, first of all, I'm buying them all secondhand. So, um, and thirdly, I'm doing it to take a look into Hideo Kojima and what made him the legend that he is. Uh, Favorite Galarian form so far? Coughing. Galarian coughing is the best thing ever to come out of Pokemon. I love that. It's so stupid, but it's so cool. Galarian coughing is so stupid, but it's so brilliant. And hello to everybody who just showed up. Oh, hey, Jimmy Jesse's here as well. Hello. And I know Afro Otaku was here as well because he said hello right at the start. So, and Joe Polsey guys as well. Is that the teapot one? The most British Pokemon of them all. Uh, there's a little teapot Pokemon. I know, I love it. It's the most English Pokemon there is out there. They're really driving home the point that that the Galar region is UK based. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Sword and Shield. I don't care what people are saying. Like everybody's like nitpicking it. Like, oh, I'm seeing slowdown. Oh, I'm seeing frame drops in the trailers of a game that's in progress at the moment, but it's very close to release. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, shut the hell up. You're just upset about the national decks. Okay, probably not true of everybody. That's an unfair generalization, but I know that that's the core of everybody's problem. Well, I really like the Pocket Pikachu look-alike. Don't know if I've seen that one yet. I'm picking Sobble because I love Why Cry Baby Boy. I'm picking Sobble just because in the official artwork and in his official plushie, I relate to that face so hard. I'm just like, yeah, bro, I know. I've seen some shit too. told told it to this guy once and it depressed him. Only people who follow me on social media will know that what I'm talking about there. But yeah, no, Sobble I'm getting because I relate to that boy so hard. And plus, I'm a swimmer as well, so kind of need the water starter. See, Ditto's not in the back. No, Ditto's not here today. It's my Amphros because I'm sick of the drunk's attitude, his rude things he shouts, his racial slurs. I'm just sick of him. So I brought in my favorite Pokemon, which is Amphros, and I'm hoping that Mareeps will be in Sword and Shield, but we're getting a new sheep type, so they might not be. But I'll give the new sheep type a try. I'm gonna try and see how he shapes up to Mareep. I don't have a patent account. I don't know what that is. So Amphro is to say, no, the face is normal. He's got his face is normal. That is his normal face. It's got the regular eyes. It doesn't have the derpy ditto eyes. That is definitely Amphro's. And a little Giro next to her because next to actually I don't know it. Actually I've never established Georgia next to it because I think I have to include her on my show now because of all that money I spent. Oh my gosh. Patreon. Why don't I have a Patreon? Because I don't have enough of a following to make a career out of it. And quite honestly, if I did like start monetizing my videos like that, I don't think I'd enjoy it as much. I like doing videos for fun rather than as work. Uh, Seeing as you have a Metal Gear game now, I have 4 of them. Well, 3.5 because special missions, VR missions, does that count? I mean, it's a special bonus mode, but I only got it for the novelty. But it is technically canon because it's how Raiden was VR trained. So, what gym leaders am I most excited for? Um, I don't want to say because I know like the internet has done horrible things with like the gym leaders already. Even though like the ones that are doing the Rule 34 with look like they're only about 14. Uh, might as well get pedestal shrine for. I might as well. Oh gosh. Imagine the lengths I would have gone to if it was the statue of Mama Midoriya, though. If it was Mama Midoriya, there is no amount too big. I would I would have paid a small fortune to get a statue of that woman. Mama Midoriya's voice actress seems nice. Mama Midoriya seems nice. Oh, Mama Midoriya, there's no price I wouldn't pay for you. But I have had to come to the sad realization that there are no Mama Midoriya, Daki Makuras, because beauty isn't appreciated in its own time. Even in Japan, I couldn't find one. Even in Akihabara, of all places, I couldn't find one. Though I hear, like, all joking aside, I hear those body pillows, like those head pillows you hold onto. I hear they're really good for your back. So, KHF Milf Hunter. I think like back when I was doing like the stupid like lore of my when I was in my lore phase, I think I was going to do this joke about Miyuki from Lucky Star hating KHF. Why did and I'm being like, why? All right, most people hate you. Most Moe characters hate you. Why is she so special? And KHF's like, because I kind of slept with her mother. And she just looks at him like, hey, and he's just like, what? I'm a fanfic character. I was doing my duty. Uh, See, Ambrose finds it funny. uh, so it's annoying joking miss those lore videos. Yeah, but I think the internet has by and large kind of outgrown lore videos. I think the name of lore videos has kind of been tainted now. So, plus it was too much work and too much stress. Uh, so I just stretching my legs out because I was starting to fall asleep from sitting here cross-legged. Uh, I really want to go to Japan one day, but I don't have the budget. You should go. It's a beautiful country. It is definitely worth seeing. Uh, I absolutely adore Japan. I do hope I can go back one day. I mean, my sister is planning on moving back to England, but I'd still love to. Hello again. I do wish to go to Japan, but language barrier. Yeah, but there's so many options now. There's so many language apps and stuff to help you get by. There's phrase books that will trust me. A phrase book makes a heck of a difference. It helped me out a lot while I was there, and depending on where you go, quite a lot of them at least speak basic English. Now, if you go to somewhere like Tokyo or um, like a heavy tourist area, you'll find a lot of English speakers there. I see the perverts are talking about MILFs in the comment section. Duolingo as well. Yes, Duolingo. Somebody just brought up Duolingo. Duolingo is the best service for learning language. Yeah, I'm using it as well to learn Japanese. I need to get back to that actually. Probably forgotten most of it now. But Duolingo is an amazing tool. I wish I was sponsored by it, but I'm not. But it is a great tool for learning a language. Because I'm trying to learn at least a bit of Japanese. So if my nieces, when they're older, try to be rude to me in Japanese, I can say to them, "I know what that means, young lady." That's a good sandwich. It's the all-day breakfast one. I really need to start having a variety of my sandwiches on this show, but what can I say? I'm an aspie. I'm a creature of routine. Oh, by the way, right. What about earlier how I've started reading the Inuyasha manga as well as this one? I've got two more like compilation volumes like this, so I've effectively got 9 volumes of the manga. Right. I know for a fact that the author made it a rule that Kagome can never ever show her underwear. That's fine. I don't object to that, especially considering the character's only 15. I don't object to that. Doesn't stop her from drawing her completely nude in certain panels. And in one panel in the manga, at least, showing her bare breast. I'm not going to show it on stream because I can't, but I'm like, that's a really bad double standard you've got there. Um, and like some of the violence in the manga, like when Shishomaru makes his debut, he tears the head off of a war general. I'm like, yeah, but Kagome's panties are where we draw the line. Like, again, I'm not against the decision. It's just it kind of becomes a it's kind of a hypocritical point if you're going to draw the character naked anyway. CJ should buy a Doujin. Why? They're still talking about the this character I don't know anything about. um, right, the only other thing I've got to do today are my grapes. I don't have any like special treats, no gingerbread, dinosaurs, or anything because I'm trying to get back on my diet properly now. So, back to the grapes. And utter failure on live internet. There we go. Oh, the good old days. Grapes with J2J. I was going to say. Oh, actually, It's got me thinking. I posted about this on Twitter um, earlier today, but I've heard that I'm not actively watching this because I'm not back in. But I've heard that the latest storyline in Boruto is that Boruto has gone back in time and is seeing Boruto's dad when he was young and like reliving Boruto's dad's adventures. And um, I'm just like, so in other words, they're completely out of ideas for Boruto, so they're relying on the member berries. Although I hear like it's caught up or surpassed, like gone ahead of the manga or something. So, but yeah, now they're resorting to, hey, remember Jiraiya? I remember. Hey, remember Naruto not having friends? I remember. Remember when Hinata was afraid to talk to Naruto? Yeah, I remember. Do it that time. That's the same crap they pulled with Final Fantasy for the after years. Yeah, I heard about that. Like the after years was just basically a retread of everything from the original game. So glad I never invested in it. I'd rather not remember now. So thank you. Oh, again, is it bad that I found the cast Naruto more engaging in Boruto than I've found them in the OG series? Well, teach their own. Like I say, I'm not back in, so so I, contrary to what people are saying, it's all lies. Don't let this distract you from the fact that Sasuke is a disappeared dad. Don't let that distract you from the fact that Sasuke and Sakura are in a loveless marriage. Uh, Final Fantasy IV isn't anything that good, to be honest. You take that back. Don't talk about the Pizza Hut like that. Don't you even? I'll fight you, boy. 2 in a row, not bad. Don't you talk about Final Fantasy IV like that. Don't you talk about fish yoga like that. Loveless Marriage still had sex. Well, I had to do something to try and see if there was anything there. And sex doesn't always equal love. I'd just like to point that out. We'll know where the old KHF is. Oh no, he's not dead. He's still alive, just in another timeline. Because like, yeah, there's a multiverse of multiple KHFs doing their own KHF things. Let's be real, Sasuke went for Sakura because she was the only girl stupid enough to still want him after all the crap he pulled. Absolutely, absolutely. She was the only one who he could pass on his seed to. Because I don't think Sasuke is capable of love. So that, yeah, no, I buy into the whole thing that they're in a loveless marriage. Didn't Karen still want his dick as well? Yeah, but wasn't she crazy? Wasn't she like a super pervert or something? I'm still shocked Sai and Ino had sex. I'm still shocked that Goku and Chi-Chi had sex in Dragon Ball. Because you keep in mind, Goku hadn't even seen a female at the start of the series. Like, having gone through like the entirety of the original series, then going back into Z, I'm just like, Yeah, she probably had to talk him through a lot of it. Like, Goku didn't even know what a vagina was at the start of the series, so I think I was going to make that joke in the Dragon Ball retrospective, actually, being like, yeah, she probably had to talk him through a lot of it. Goku doesn't even know what kissing is, even in Super. Yeah, no, absolutely. So, uh, although the one thing, while it's sad but not unexpected that Goku's never kissed Chi Chi, that scene in Super does confirm that Vegeta has kissed Bulma, so that's something at least. But Vegeta, I'd say, gets some of the best character development in Super, though. Kind of makes you forget the fact that he used to be a mass murdering prick. Uh, uh, says his circus should never have happened. Well, what could I say? Plenty of authors and creators now make pairings just to satisfy the fandom, but that's a can of worms for another time. Uh, Have I heard that Gintama ended? I thought it had already ended, but then again, I've never watched that series, so sorry, bit quick caught my tooth there. I was going to say, yeah, I agree with you, Ambrose. It has been very nice not having Ditto here with his drunken ranting. Yeah, I still think Ichigo should have ended up with Rukia. That one I don't mind so much because the Ichigo Orihime thing, like, I don't mind that so much because I actually kind of like in a way that Ichigo didn't end up with Rukia because I'm tired of the trope of main male and main female have to get together just because they're the main characters. Like maybe, and like it shows, yeah, maybe you can really love someone, really care for them, but it just can't happen. And I actually think that's a much healthier lesson. Uh, so yeah, that one didn't bother me so much. Until KHF encounters, what the hell is a Miroku? How far on my Duolingo tree am I? Probably not as far as I should be. It's been a while since I've used it. I need to go back and do some of those classes again because I've probably forgotten a lot of it. Oh, the monk from Inuyasha. See, it shows how little I know about Inuyasha. Uh, Will you bear my child? He says to a 12-year-old. That's messed up, but again, I guess it's no different than a 13-year-old coming up to Kazuma and saying she wants to have his child, which does happen in the Konosuba books with Union. Uh, so it's Japan. What can I say? Uh, Thoughts on the author of My Hero Academia and the author of Black Cover doing a crossover mainly because they're close friends? I have no thoughts. I don't care. I want to see the My Hero Academia cast react to the lewds of their characters. No, don't! You'll get the death threats going again. Oh my gosh. Apparently that shit has been starting up again, actually. The My Hero Academia fans sending death threats to the author just because of a bit of fan service, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, fan service is absolutely nothing new to anime. Why is this a hot button topic now? Uh, oh no, like this is the exact reason why I don't do fandoms anymore, because all internet fandoms are trash, let's be honest. Ugh, it's ridiculous. Because the My Hero Academia fanbase are especially insane. Here's the same for the Ruby fanbase, actually, and that's why they had to canonize Bumblebee, because otherwise the fans were going to riot or something. So completely undoing everything they'd done with building the relationship between Blake and Sun, just because it was the politically correct thing to do. Anyway, that's like I say, a whole other can of worms. After all, I heard about one guy who spent a ridiculous amount of money on a crane game trying to get My Hero Academia action figure. Well, in that guy's defense, it was more about his pride than anything. In that guy's defense, he didn't want to let the machine beat him. This thing is probably not even worth. I spent what was essentially £23 on this figure. It's probably not even worth two. Although I saw them going for like 15 at MCM, and I'm like, yeah, no, even that is too much. Oh. And that guy regrets doing it. Right. KHF would probably avoid Devilman Crybaby like the plague due to the fan service. I'd avoid Devilman Crybaby because it's called Devilman. Anyway, that's well, apart from pop chips, which I'm not going to eat on camera because the crunching is annoying. That's all I've got in terms of lunch. So yeah, everyone's talking about toxic behavior. Well, that's the whole reason Ditto isn't here and Amphros is, because Amphros isn't toxic at all. Amphros is good. Amphros is a good Pokemon. I was going to say, I'd like to point out, like with this, there's this thing about me that people think I won't watch something due to fan service. Like fan service, I will get over if and I admit part of this is my own fault because I haven't made this point as clear as I should have in previous videos. In like videos where I'm being KHF and exaggerating a point, it comes across as my fan service is what my problem is. That's never my problem. I will get over that if a plot is at least good. Like the original, like the OG Dragon Ball series, like before Z, like that had a lot of fan service in it, but I got over it because I was enjoying the plot. Uh, so again, there's this misconception that because something's original fan service, I won't enjoy it. No, it's when a plot is bad and the fan service is basically what you're using as your driving point because you've got such a weak plot. Uh, and for example, I hated Heaven's Lost Property because the plot is pathetically written. Uh, I hated Rosario Vampire because I found the characters completely unlikable and uninteresting. Uh, the the over sexualization, like it was not the only reason it was annoying me there is because that was its selling point to make up for the fact that the writing was so terrible, and I don't think that's right. Uh, Push my Ribena there. So yeah, again, fan service I can get over if the plot is good, but when your plot is literally we've got panties and big boobies, then no, that's not gonna do it for me. I never used fan service, just bullshit humor. And again, like actually, speaking of the whole fan service thing, I can't really complain about it anymore because I can't really complain about it anymore because I've embraced, my love for darkness in Konosuba, and you talk about fan service, bloody hell. Uh, and in fact, Konosuba is something that has a lot of fan service and sexual stuff in it, but I still enjoy it because I find it funny. I find the plots funny and interesting, and the characters, barring Kazuma, likable. Exactly. If Rosario Vampire had stuck closer to the manga. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I have seen panels on the Rosario Vampire manga. That's a friggin' lie. You know it. That's bollocks, and you know it. If the manga is not better, that is all a lie. Uh, am I looking forward to Rise of Skywalker? Um, yes and no. I'm not really a massive Star Wars guy. I like Star Wars, but I'm not like fanatical about it. And in fact, it really annoys me just how fanatical people get about it. So, Rise of Skywalker, I'll probably end up seeing it. Whether I enjoy it or not, well, we'll see. I may not like Kazuma, but I would love his steel ability. I'm not answering that. uh, just look at the backlash caused by the Last Jedi. Oh, don't get me started on that. There's a guy at my Yu-Gi-Oh. Actually, you know what? No, that's a private matter. I'm not going to get into that. Uh, There's a lot of talk of Fairy Tail going on there. I've never actually seen Fairy Tail, but it's another one of those anime that's got like 1,000,001 episodes, so I don't think I can keep up. I mean, it's going to take me long enough to get through this thing. I know the manga alone has 198 chapters, and it's going to be 198 chapters of just fuck already, isn't it? uh, yeah, I tend to ignore most of that backlash. I tend to ignore the fandoms in general because, again, fandoms be crazy. Star Wars being a prime example. Uh, and this is why I'm only a very casual fan of Star Wars. I think the problem with the Last Jedi is because the member berries had captured people so strongly with Force Awakens, reminding them, of A New Hope and whatnot, giving that warm, nostalgic feeling of watching a newer version of A New Hope. I think people got their hopes up for Last Jedi, hoping it would give them the feeling of Empire, which is the most beloved one, and then it what I mean, while I'm certain like the messages and plot of the film did weren't a cup of tea, and they did genuinely like have problems with them. I think it hit a lot harder because people were expecting it to be like Empire, and it wasn't. So, uh, in terms of Ruby, my disdain for a lot of the people um, caused me to drop the show, namely the actor for Ozpin, encouraging doxing and harassment. Bloody hell, I never knew any of that. But look, I think Jello Apocalypse said it best. The best way to watch Ruby is to watch the first 3 seasons and then have somebody describe everything afterwards to you because it's all garbage after season 3. uh, no, yeah, I dropped Ruby partially because of the people who worked on it, partially because of the fandom and the creators giving into the fandom, even though it wasn't what Monty originally wanted for the series. I mean, nobody knows what his exact plans were, but to take away a relationship he was building up just to be PC, I think, no, I'm not going to be part of that. Uh, season 4 was a bad series, but it was actually better as a movie. Yeah, I think it was season 4 that really soured my taste on Ruby. Like, season 4 was. I watched all season 4 and it was just like, oh my gosh, do something. I know it was a transitional chapter, but still. Uh, don't let the behind the scenes stuff affect my enjoyment of the show. Well, it's hard not to, because it's hard not to think about, Monty's legacy and how it's, let's be honest, kind of being shit on. Uh, you know what I hate fan bases that add politics. They like to add politics because it makes the series mature and realistic. Well, look, I'm currently playing through the Metal Gear Solid games, and there's a lot of political commentary in those games, so I can't comment. Uh, uh, Probably as an exception. Well, like I say, I can't comment on that because I say that it's got a lot of political commentary in it. So much so that people have done like hour-long videos just analyzing these messages, uh, both the subtle and not so subtle. Uh, Makes you wonder how Ruby would have turned out if Monty was still alive. Yeah, that's it. Uh, Fortunately, in the past is done. Unfortunately, we can't access the quantum realm, so uh, anyway, that's a depressing topic. So anyway, anyway, yes, I know, Ambrose, I know. It is a depressing topic. Politics in games and politics in arguments about games are vastly different things. That's true, actually, but Twitter seems to be incapable of understanding that. Also true. Uh, I was going to say. Anyway, getting back onto positive topics, because once again my stream seemed to have become a well of sad sackery. Have I ever seen the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance? I've never seen the original Dark Crystal. I have seen the first episode of the new Netflix series. By the way, onto yeah, again, happier topics, as well as playing as visiting the Metal Gear Solid series for the first time. I also got the Link's Awakening remake on the Switch for my birthday. So I've been playing that recently and having a lot of fun with that. I really dig the art style of that game. I think this is how you do a modern Game Boy game right. Uh, um, yeah, so yeah, Link's Awakening. I've been really enjoying that game. That's a lot of fun. I'm not incredibly far into it because, like I say, I only got it for my birthday, which was this past Saturday. But yeah, that's a fun game. Yeah. Anyway, how long have we been going? 52 minutes. My word, doesn't feel like that long. uh, I'm trying to think of. I don't know what else I can mention. Uh, join the underground corner. Was in Sonic Underground? Oh gosh, Sonic Underground. Everyone hates you but me. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I understand why people hate it, but it was the Sonic cartoon I grew up with as a kid, so I do fully admit that my judgment is being clouded by nostalgia. Finding out that Jaleel White did the voice of all three of the characters, including the girl, that was one of the funniest things I ever found out. Uh, People are really going after the new Pokemon games for pretty much no reason. Well, I said it at the start. The real reason is just because they're upset about the whole National Dex thing. Uh, you're not alone. I like Sonic X. I didn't like Sonic X, but if you liked it, then more power to you. But no, I didn't care much for Sonic X. And no, not because of the 4 Kids stuff. Like even the Japanese version isn't that good. So, in my opinion, at least. But obviously, some people found enjoyment out of it, so it did something right. Uh, but you do have to admit, even if you like that series, you want to super kick Chris in the face. Or how Sam Vincent's voice of Double D was Sonic's singing voice. Yeah, in Sonic Underground, yeah, Sam Vincent was Sonic's singing voice. I, I think my major problem with Sonic X can be summed up in one episode. And no, it isn't this one episode that put me off it, but it's a perfect. Uh, it encapsulates my problem with it. Well, one of my many problems with it. It's the episode where the Formula One cop guy wants to race Sonic to prove he's the fastest, and then Sonic's all like, "Nope, Sonic's not going to do it." And I'm like, "You don't want to run, you don't want to, you don't want to go fast. You're you're freaking Sonic, dude. That's literally the only thing you do." Because well, the thing about Sonic's character is he would never pass up an opportunity to prove himself the fastest thing alive. And I think that encapsulates my problem with it. No, it doesn't feel like it's It doesn't feel like these characters are the ones I. Admittedly, they had pretty thin personalities to begin with, but just he didn't go past the Sonic Labyrinth. Uh, yeah, but he was trying to. There was a reason for that. It's because he was wearing the slow shoes. Oh gosh, people act like bad Sonic games are a new thing. They're really not. Uh, no, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go like Egan now and say they were all bad. They weren't. No, of course they weren't. I'm just saying there were bad Sonic games back then. Uh, Amy was so annoying in the end. And Amy's so annoying in general. What are you talking about? Uh, Fun fact: did I know Sonic's shoes were inspired by Michael Jackson? I think everybody knows that. Uh, Fun fact: did you know Sonic's favorite song is "Gangsta's Paradise" by Coolio? uh, Amy was fine in Sonic Boom. Lol. Yeah, no. Sonic Boom I think does Amy a bit better. Like makes her far less annoying and gives her more of an actual character. Like her crush on Sonic is a lot more subtle in Boom, and I like that. Uh, so yeah, no, Boom Amy is all right. Boom Amy is all right, and like they even play off Sonic's relationship to her a bit better as well. Like he secretly also has a crush on her, but he's too cool for that. So he's like, she's not my girlfriend. So yeah, no, I say Boom Amy, Boom I'm actually all right with. Uh, Thoughts on the clip where Knuckles speaks about gender equality? I'm just like, freaking Sonic Boom gets it. Uh, do I still hate sticks? Yes, I still hate sticks. Yes, I still. I, I want to do a thing with KHF going into the Sonic Boom world, spending 5 seconds around sticks and being like, "All right, lads, it's hunting season." Do a whole Elmer Fudd thing. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting. Actually, I can't read. I'm hunting badgers. Doesn't work with the speech impediments. Uh, I remember you pulled your gun out. Oh yeah, I did already do that joke, didn't I? I did already do that joke. Like, all right, lads, it's hunting season. Sticks is a one-note joke, and that is it. Like the Sticks joke, once it's done, it's done. It stops being funny when you see it for like the 50th time. Uh, Six just shoved and joined Marine the Raccoon in the corner already. God, does anybody even remember that she was a character? Uh, Six is a reskin Marine. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the characters do look similar in design, actually. Now that I think about it. Uh, Sonic Rush Adventure Marine came from. Yeah, I know where she came from. I'm just saying, did anybody actually remember she was a character? Uh, Sticks and Marine should get their own spin-off game. What the like a game where they try and be the most annoying characters um possible. Uh, oh gosh, gosh, the idea of Sticks and Marine having their own game. Well, actually, like for me, like the idea of having a game starring those two is annoying, but I would get over a plot starring those two if the game was at least fun uh because I'm gonna say right now, and I know there are people like this. If you're playing a Sonic game for the plot, you're doing it wrong. Uh, and this is part of the reason why I'm kind of middle of the road now. I used to love. I'm talking over myself again. I'm kind of. This is part of the reason why I'm middle of the road now with Sonic Adventure 2. I used to love that game. I used to adore that game, and I could still probably play like the actual game, play the levels, and still find some enjoyment out of it here and there. The problem with it is the problem is with it is its heavier emphasis on doing a darker, more serious story, and to me, that is when the Sonic fan base started getting really creepy, like really, really creepy, and kind of hold. I can't blame this entirely on the game, but I partially hold SA2 responsible for that. But my anime do just point out it's all about the Chow Garden. Out the Edge, aka Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow again. I think is part of the problem. Part of the reason the fan base became so yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, when I was younger, I used to think, oh yeah, Shadow, he's so edgy and cool. But nowadays, I'm just like, why are you still here? People are saying they still like Shadow, and that's fine if you still like Shadow. I'm just saying I personally don't. I want the Chowgon back. That was so adorable. I was about to say they should do like a Chow Garden app game, but they shouldn't because what they do is spoil it with microtransactions. I was gonna say one thing I did like in Boom though was Eggman fanboying over Shadow, almost kind of doing a piss take of Shadow's popularity, being like, "Oh, I want Shadow in my evil gang. He's so edgy and cool. It's Shadow. He's only the second most popular character in the whole canon." But like, and I wouldn't have even minded Shadow so much if he was just if he was like he was originally meant to be, just a one-off character. But the fact that he's become a reoccurring character, yeah, to me that's a problem. Anyway, we have been going for the wrap out of the way there. I have been going for over an hour now, so I am going to wrap things up now. But thank you to everybody who has shown up to the stream again today, and I think it went a lot better, don't you? Without Ditto here with his drunken insults and his racial slurs and all that. So yeah, thank you to everybody for joining by, and I should be good to go next week. I don't see why I wouldn't. Nothing in Sonic is creepier than Rouge. I agree with that. So I will see everybody. Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!